against their employees.
I have had 2 paternity issues up to this point. But I really don't want y'all to feel like, don't bring that shit to me. I'll do it if I have to, but I have had 2 instances of that. I have had a whodunit. Yeah. Mm-hmm. See, I've had experience in the criminal stuff, but that's not something that I really want to advertise. I don't want to advertise it, you know.
You can come to me with it. You can definitely come to me with it. I specialize in a whodunit because I love a good mystery. Mm-hmm. I'm quick to find out who did some work on your ass because my board will snitch.
Now I can do that kind of stuff. Who did work on you? But I'm talking about situations where who broke into my house, who shot my cousin.
Oh, I can do that too.
Who did all of that?
I can do that too. Stuff, no, I can. I will help you. Please, but most of the time you got to accept this. Most of the time, if it's a crime that's committed. Like, it depends on the type of crime. Like, a burglary or something, you probably don't know that person. And we're probably going to need to do some work to get that person captured. And you're going to need to work with the local authorities. Because this is what it is. Mm-hmm. But if it's something like burglary versus robbery. Because both are different. Ugh.
Burglary is when you enter a place and nobody's there.
Okay, so if you've been burglarized...
Robbery is when
burglarized, yes. Burglarized, you gotta... Yeah, robbery is a chance that I might not be able to, because just given the nature of the crime. Like, we have to operate within the boundaries of reality. But if it's a burglary, oh, yeah. Yeah. Criminal stuff, contact me. You want a whodunit? Who killed such and such? Where can I find my lost parent? Contact me.
Oh, yeah.
Who is my daddy? Mm-hmm. Are they still alive?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've done that too.
Mediumship. You need to talk to somebody dead. Come talk to me. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I've had people's deceased ancestors come through and reveal family secrets that have shattered marriages and healed families. Both at the same time. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's take some questions from our audience on YouTube. So, with that being said, I want to let you all know that the old Nexo has died.
Oh, God.
And we buried him. He's not coming back ever again. And so, I'm going to accept whatever questions y'all give me. I'm not going to go off. Y'all ain't got to expect me to rip you to shreds or none of that. I'm actually going to be very, very nice.
But, Nexo, you said...
Hit the skull emoji if you believe me.
You said you're not gay no more.
I'm not gay no more.
That's a lie.
But I'm still fucking this Jamaican.
Oh my God.
If I ever really get to have sex with
you guys, I just...
Oh. We don't be fucking. We don't.
Prayer. Lift him up in prayer.
We don't be fucking. Like, we should be laying in the bed like, don't be fucking.
So, you guys, I just wanted to plug my mentorship program that we'll be doing it in September.
Yes, her mentorship program. Actually, we probably need to aim for October.
Okay.
A double launch.
October.
Yeah, because so the second round of so mentorship programs for me and Osun Funke. Mm-hmm. The wait list for the mentorship programs are going up later on this week. I'm gonna put up the wait list for those, and then we'll see who wants to be mentored by us. As far as the students that are being mentored by me right now, the program will end whenever. But yeah, I am looking to accept students for the fall. Mm-hmm. And I am also looking to accept students that want to continue being educated under me.
Right.
You were going to learn a lot about metaphysics, alchemy, magic, not as much, and you'll learn about African spirituality. I'm not going to teach you specifically about African religions through this course. It's going to be up to you to find the Godfather for you. And I will help to put you in a community of people that will do that. In addition to that, you can think of me as the psychic of the psychics. So if you are someone that's already initiated, you can think of me as a life coach, the life coach for the life coaches. So contact me. I'll help you to get your life together. Osun.
So yes, if you guys,
I saw it too.
I know, I wanted to answer that too because, okay. So yes, if you guys are interested in being, I know I've had one-on-one conversations with several of you guys. If you are interested in mentorship, my program is going to have more to do with an introduction to let's call it black witchcraft, for lack of a better word, okay? We're going to learn, what does it mean to be a wise woman? What do wise women do? What are the tools that we use? How do we impact and improve our lot and our circumstances? And then what are the next steps once you come into the awareness of who you are and what it is that you're able to do? I'm very, very excited about it. This is absolutely fulfillment of my purpose, and I just can't wait to get started with you guys. As Nexo said, we're going to have the waiting list up next week, so you'll be able to put your name on the list, and I just can't wait. I can't wait.
Oh, what else? I was gonna say something about so Damani's question. Damani says, I thought there is no such thing as wrong or right, so there shouldn't be a such thing as criminal or correct. Well, I want to answer first.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
I only want to answer first because it's the academic understanding.
I was gonna say too, because criminal is a construct of society. Go ahead.
Okay, so right and wrong. Right and wrong are concepts that every human being is going to play with, because every human being has processed sanctions and taboos. So we all would know we're either going to learn it naturally or through nurturing what we do and don't like, what we do and don't want to do, right? So that can be right or wrong. For example, you can address me in the wrong way, such as putting capital N, lowercase e, lowercase g, capital Z, lowercase o. Totally wrong. All caps, everything. But for that to be criminal is a construct of society. Criminal indicates that there are going to be punishments, repercussions, that there is going to be a stigma attached to the behaviors, and maybe it's not even behavior that you've done or produced. So just because something is right or wrong doesn't mean it's criminal. And just because something is illegal just because something is criminal doesn't mean that it's illegal either.
That's right.
So those are all different concepts. Something that's criminal in the eyes of man is not morally wrong in the eyes of God.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead.
That's right. Because the eyes of God are
watching us. I'm sorry.
Because you have to understand and always remember that God is the ultimate creator and destroyer. And so if God is life, God is also death. If God is creation, God is also destruction. And we know that the goal of Ifa is evil. Greetings, I am Reverend Priestess Osun Funke. I would like to invite you personally to book an ancestral life path reading with me. If you're interested in learning how to work with your ancestors, how to make appropriate offerings, or how to set up your ancestor altar, I can help you. Please visit www.blackspectrumnetwork.com. Pele, which is a balance in all things. So it's actually bad to be too good. You get what I'm saying? And that's why they say things like the road to hell is paved with good intentions. You can try so hard to be good that you actually end up fucking up your life. Because with that comes things like judgment. With that comes things like self-denigration. With that comes things like ego.
Yeah, because what she's saying, what that looks like is too much of a good thing can be bad is when you are too well-intentioned.
Absolutely.
You're too well-intentioned and you
trying
forget about
too hard to be good.
And you forget about the impact that it's going to have on other people, such as, I'm a good Christian. I want to save everybody.
But you go to church on Sunday.
Stop. I want to save everybody, right? I want to be a good Christian. So I call up all of my friends trying to convert them, not realizing that perhaps I'm overstepping a boundary because religion is a sensitive subject.
And because their path may not be Christianity.
But you are trying to spread the message of God in your intention, but the impact of what you're doing is you're creating enemies. Mm-hmm. Can you explain very simply how your soul and spirit work? I've explained this before to you all. I don't think that we need to go through this again. But in explaining it, you should read Tapping the Power Within. Within the first 3 pages of the book, she explains the difference between having a soul and a spirit and how your spirit is connected to your Ori. So the spirit, everybody's connected to the spirit. Everybody has the spirit, otherwise known as a collective consciousness. Now, the bit of the collective consciousness that breaks off and becomes your soul, which has its own ego, motivations, desires, that's what makes you unique. But we all have a spirit.
Also, I would just simply add, I agree with that completely, but I would add that the soul would be the record of all of the incarnations of your spirit.
They would say the spirit will be the all incarnations of different souls. I mean, the spirit's the record. The spirit keeps the record of all the different incarnations of your soul.
Of the soul. Wait a minute. You just twisted my mind.
So you have the spirit, which would be the whole.
Who is they, first of all?
Listen, Iyanla Van. I'm teaching from the book, so we can all just.
All right. I love Iyanla. I'm not going to.
So the spirit being like a collective consciousness,
right.
And then anything that offshoots from that would be the soul.
Okay, the individual.
Right.
Okay, I agree with that.
Yeah.
So it would be the individual experiences of the spirit. Okay. Yeah. Exactly. Ashe.
Okay. If I'm interested in learning tarot, should I stray away because I'm unsure what spirits I'm channeling, even if I believe I'm operating from a place of light? Let me explain that. Okay, so there are multiple types of tarot reading. I would tell you to not try to approach it if you are scary like that, because that's a scary that's a scary question. It's a very scary ass question. Because if you can't deal with tarot, baby, you need to stop right here. This is a very scary question.
Yeah, if tarot is freaking you out,
but it's not the tarot cards that should be freaking you out. It's are you a medium? Meaning, does the message come through spirit when you pull those cards, or are you a tarot reader? Meaning that I'm reading this book and the Three of Cups is talking about celebration. Okay, that means that's safe for you to do. But if you're someone that's trying to tap into a higher power, trying to read through ancestors or read through entities and saying, hey, grandmama, give me a message, that's a bit more dangerous.
Yeah, it is, because like the example with the cell phone in the prison yard is the best one that I've ever heard. When you open a portal, you have no idea who or what is coming through, and your experience as a tarot reader does not prepare you in any way to what's on the other side.
So I guess somebody said, what was the question? So somebody wants me to talk about my experience. What are some of the most amazing things I've seen transpire as a result of my magic? Or was it talking about nervousness and African spirituality?
Can you answer the question, but from the perspective of your life? I believe was the last question. She said yes. What have you seen happen in your life because of your magic?
Because the things that I've done?
A very vague answer.
The things that I've done.
Or the things that you've experienced as a result of your magic.
So yeah. I've experienced possession. I've been possessed before. It was an outer body. I was not there. And
you killed a whole goat?
Yeah, I've been on the ground before. I've danced possessed. You can play some of the gay day music, and I'll go into possession. I'll do the banda. Now, as far as magic goes, some of the other things that I've experienced: people dancing on glass, people dancing on fire, people drinking gallons of liquor, and then just waking up and being fine. People drinking Florida water as when Papa Legba possessed them. Let's see, some of the magical things that I've had to occur. I've helped a client to get her dude back that was stolen from her. I have helped a client that whose mama on the other side was keeping her from getting a job. She got the perfect job, the perfect place that she wanted. I've helped a professor go from working at a private 4-year college to a very elite top 20 university. I've helped a local music artist go from promoting their music on Twitter to becoming a cultural ambassador for the United States. They are also going to be doing international work in a Spanish country, Hispanic country.
We've learned that we can observe in real time.
I can observe in real time. like real time. I can do real time readings. I can do a reading and tell you what you're doing as you're doing it. I have been able to. I'm thinking about magical things. I've been able to help people with. Somebody's going through a court case right now where they are fighting a Fortune 500 company for their retirement. I helped them secure a federal, let's say a federal prosecutor, but they're going to work as a defense attorney for this particular client. Those are some of the things that I've had happen, but I'm really into the big shit. Like I'm like the Olivia Pope, like like you've had the friend, but no, like. Yeah. That's how I wanted to brand myself when I came into this. I was like, I'm into crisis management. I want to deal with the heavy shit. I'm trying to think of anything else that's been a mess. That's been real messy.
Let's not. Okay, fine.
Okay, so I can't because they gonna know that
not.
Baby. Oh wait.
We'll do it. We'll do it in 2 years. Okay, I wanted to respond to what Tanya talked about.
You were just like, I feel like a little kid. And I wish I went to school with you. We would have been so bad.
We are so bad. Listen, this is a perfect question for us. What's Tanya talking about says, I often wonder if I'm in a space of ignorance because I have very little spiritual fear. I've come a long way, but I'm still cautious. So Tanya, I'm going to take this question first because I would say that lack of fear actually indicates that it could possibly be something that you are built for. Nexo and I have, I'm not going to say absolutely no fear, but I know that I am very capable of overcoming that fear quickly. I don't fear anything, not even the forky-tailed devil, as one of my aunties would say. She would always say, I don't fear the forky-tailed devil. I don't even fear the forky-tailed devil. Like, I will walk into a situation like, oh my God, I'm about to die. And I'll be walking towards whatever that threat is. I think spiritually it's because I know that I'm protected. That has been demonstrated to me, Tanya, in so many ways. And on so many levels, from the smallest, minute observation that Spirit is with me to really...
Bonjour, I'm Pastor Dr. Quintari Shakir, otherwise known as Negrezo. Good mentorship is incredibly hard to find. Here on YouTube, you have lone witches, fake-ass psychics, and all these other people that are going to lead you to nowhere. But with me, you can get one-on-one mentorship by going to www.blackspectrumnetwork.com.
Big, huge situations that would have felt insurmountable to me prior to my initiation. And so because of those experiences, I don't fear anything. Certainly not any man, and certainly not any earthbound type of situation. So I think that is actually a characteristic of a priest or a priestess. The fact that you don't have any fear would tell me that that you're shored up. You know that you have an army walking with you. You know that you're good. What would you say about that, Nexo?
No, I was about to say that's the exact disposition that a lot of people should be in. You should not be fearful, but you should be cautious. You should walk gingerly. You can't be fearful because you literally don't have time to be fearful. Mm-hmm. Like logistically, you don't have time because when I was in Haiti and my godfather said when I got there, it was like, I think we all chit-chatted and all this other shit for maybe like an hour, and then shit just got started. He said, take that hyssop bath and lay in that temple. It was after that you didn't have time to think. Like, Brav Gede was there, and Brav Gede said, are you ready? And I'm looking at this goddamn situation of where there's a fire in it, and he's like, put your hand in the flame. You don't have 3 minutes. Right. You don't have 4 minutes to
get your mind right.
You don't have that. You don't have time for that. You have to do it right then. So you don't have time for fear. You got to walk gingerly. And I was like that's another thing I've experienced. I touched fire and nothing happened to my hand. Mm-hmm. So that being said, that's the perfect place to be in. Those are the characteristics of someone that is becoming priestly. Mm-hmm.
I would say, Tanya, I would love to speak with you more about this. Definitely be on the lookout for that list so that you can apply for mentorship, and you're also welcome to book a reading.
Let's say one's gift is a healer, but one's the gift of prophecy. Can you have both or gain another? No.
You can have multiple gifts. We're multifaceted individuals.
But you.
I am anyway.
Because okay, no, here's why I say no. Here's why I'm saying no. If astrologically, it's all astrological.
Well, that's true.
Astrology determines a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It will. You can do that because you got fucking Neptune in your 9th house. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot, and you're a Pisces rising. There's a lot you can do. For somebody that you're a healer, but you want the gift of prophecy, the gift of prophecy, look at your Pluto placements, look at your 8th house shit, look at anything dealing with Scorpio. But see, wanting gifts is the wrong. You're already approaching. Let's start over. You're approaching it from the wrong angle. Okay, I didn't ask for this. This is not something that you should want. Anybody that will come to me and say, oh, I want to be a reader, I want to be a healer, I'm going to send you home because this is not for you. Okay, your gifts are going to, that's ego. You wanting to do something, that's root chakra, sacral chakra. That is not the energy that you want to bring into this walk. This is not something that you want. Okay, and that's all I can say. Your gifts, yeah, but you can be a healer and develop gifts as you go, but it's still going to be astrologically determined. Like, it is. It's like once your natal chart is set. So it doesn't matter, because of the way my natal chart is formed, it doesn't matter where Neptune is in the sky. I'm going to have some sort of psychic experience. Period. My gifts 3 years ago, I was interested in studying the occult. Now I'm practicing the occult. My Neptune is about to sextile my natal Neptune. So it's astrological as far as like we're talking about growth and what you'll grow into. But she's correct. You shouldn't desire this experience because you don't really want to be in my position. And I'll say this for a second. You don't want to be in my position where you have now thousands of people watching you that are waiting for you to fuck up, waiting for you to get one thing wrong, especially to prove that you're not gifted. Having people to constantly call your phone, leaning on you for advice, asking you for shit. And some of the things, are you ready for somebody? And I hate to I'm not even going to say this person's name, but they revealed to us this client that called them. This client that said, I had a client call me in a psych ward asking me to do a reading to see if they really molested their kids. Are you ready to deal with that? Are you ready? Are you ready to tell that person, yes, you molested your children? Are you ready to tell that person, no, you're crazy? You don't want this. Because if you're trying to do the real shit, the grunge work, and you don't want the gift of prophecy. Right. That's the last gift you want. Yeah. You want the gift of discernment, you want the gift of wisdom, and you want it to stay right there. That's all you need.
And it is a life of isolation. Do you want to talk a little bit about how I will say that there have been periods of time where I actually was cut off from almost everybody. I mean, of course, not my children and those people that I must see on the day-to-day basis, but I've been cut off from the world, from society. I actually was not able to leave my house. Remember that? After my initiation.
You couldn't even talk to me.
I could not walk outside my house for a specified period of time.
I couldn't have sex.
This is not something that you would desire. But it is something that you would happily submit to if it's your calling. So I would really just examine that, you guys. This ain't what you want. This is not something that you want. However, you can have an amazing life on this path, but it's not something that you should pray for, that you should ask for if it's not part of.
I would say to y'all, my homeboy from Memphis told me this, and he's Jesus down. He said all people really need is wisdom and discernment. That's really the best things for you to pray for. Don't pray for patience. Don't pray for patience because the patience is forged under fire. Okay? Mm-hmm. Be careful what you pray for. That's and the gift of prophecy.
You end up being long suffering.
The gift of prophecy, I don't know if that's really one you want. So somebody asks, what does it mean to not dream? It means that you lack 12th house placements or that you need a spiritual bath.
And you could also have some physiological issues.
Peach, we didn't ask for this.
That's right, Peach.
Whatever.
So why don't we go ahead and get to the readings?
Okay. Are we doing the outfit change or are you doing it? Okay. All right. So yeah, y'all, we're finna go ahead and get into some of these readings.
All right, you guys. So we're gonna do a little bit of a set change. You guys know the routine. Go get a set. Go get a snack, some apple juice, and we will be right back.
Oh wait, we gotta close this show out.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to Sophisticated Sunday. I was your reader / co-host for today. The old Nexo is dead, and now I ain't gay no more.
Oh God, stop it.
And this is my co-host Osun Funke.
Osun Funke.
She's not to be fucked with.
Never.
We'll see y'all next week for another episode of Sophisticated Sunday.
Bye. Okay, Quinn interrupted. Go get you.
So fuel my fire, take me higher, I'll be your liar too. 'Cause when we're here, there's nothing better than the skyline.